Hello gamers and welcome back to NeueCraft, my first ever private SMP server here on Minecraft 1.18. So, last episode we built this absolute monster of a bone meal farm. 16 bone meal farms connected up in series, all self-powering, self-feeding itself with more bone meal to keep itself going, and then all the excess it produces we pump out over there. And we made that specifically for this farm over here, which we pimped up to the max and automated all of the storage and flowing of materials from one farm to the other to make it super efficient. And I've been doing a lot of AFK time at this dark oak tree farm. We've been getting a lot of stuff out of it and chewing through a lot of bone meal. I think yeah, a lot of this is empty now. There's probably a couple of shulkers left in the shulker box unloader down there. But yeah, we definitely used a lot, and we got a lot out of it as well. So I think I last counted 170 something shulkers of dark oak here, as well as all the other stuff we get, like the saplings and some apples and sticks and whatnot. So definitely enough for the time being, I would say. So we probably need to run the bone meal farm again to top that up, so we're in a position to use this guy again in the future, and also any other farms we decide to connect up here. This was a great experiment, and we also did a little bit back home at our base. So yeah, we also worked on a train delivery system for one of our farms, and that's one of the things I want to try and improve this episode as well, if we can. So yeah, we connected up our train station here to storage, and anything that comes in from the farms that are connected will go into storage automatically now. I do need to cover that up in there. However, we only connected one farm. We connected the honey farm, and that's going to do its thing and automatically deliver stuff. So what I want to do today is trial connecting up some of my other farms, but a lot of them are quite a long way away, and I'm not sure how well that's going to work. So I'll give it a go and see how well it does. If it works well with one, we can do it for more. So, our starter base. Remember this, guys? Remember this thing? Ah, I miss this little house, actually. It's so adorable. I'm still getting my food from here. I'm still using the little cow farm, but everything else is empty, right? This place got emptied when I moved to the new base. But there's stuff over here. There's quite a few farms, in fact. I'm probably going to want to connect up. We've got our cactus farm that's just producing cactus forever. We might want to set up a smelter XP thing for that, for the excess. Do something a little special. We've got nether warts here that just goes into a chest. The iron farm is down here, and that connects to around the back of the villager trading hall, where all the other farms go as well. So it all neatly plums into one. Excuse the shulker mess here. I've been trading like crazy with these guys to get all the books that I need to fill the bookshop in the shopping district. Yeah, this is where all the iron comes in and stacks up in here. I've just completely emptied it because it overflowed and broke the item filter. So I've just done a massive emptying of that. We have the mob farm coming into here, and the sugarcane farm coming into here. And in theory, we could have any of these drops coming automatically into our storage system, but we probably don't want to do that. Like, this gunpowder is here because I make rockets, and rocket shop is just across the valley. There's no point doing it out of my base, so I may as well keep all that here, sugarcane included. And you know, I've got all this excess storage stuff. Maybe I could transport some of it over manually, but maybe what we do instead is we've got the bone meal right here, and we've got the iron the other side. So maybe we just start with 2 of these things that would be simpler to transport, and we have more reason to. So instead of all 4 chests of iron here, maybe we could do a setup whereby we keep 1 chest here for whatever purposes we need it, mostly trading with the villagers, and then if we ever have more than 1 chest, it overflows into a train system that can, you know, take it to to bulk storage back at the base. So I'm going to try and merge these two things into one train transportation system. And I guess it's going to have to go underneath here somewhere. So I'm just going to dig that out and see what it looks like. Okay, this room is dug out, and we've got the train transportation system in here and a railway connecting it all the way back to our base. So there's some stuff in this chest already, and we've got the composter set to a civil strength of 4, which would usually send on its way, but we'll give it a little nudge manually now. And I will head on back to the base and see if it makes it all the way. I suspect for this short test, the answer will be yes, because we're going to load all the chunks between here and there as it travels. So I'm expecting to see it, but I guess we'll see in a second. Okay, let's hop in through our super secret entrance. And no minecart. Disappointing. Okay, so I guess it got stuck somewhere along the track. It got unloaded and isn't moving, so we're going to go hunt it down. Ooh, there it goes. Okay, it was just on the tracks, sort of somewhere in between. So it is heading back. So we'll go back to base and see it do its unload thing, hopefully. Okay, there it is. It's unloading successfully. Fantastic. You can see the items coming in. There's the iron. Wonderful. Yep. Okay, so it's working, but it's getting unloaded when it's in between the two places. So, yeah, tricky. I guess we're just going to have to go about doing our usual day-to-day stuff as we would and see if it continues to deliver anything. I'm going to come up to my iron chest and empty it. I'll leave just one iron bar in every slot, and then we can tell if after this load, at least, if anything does come into storage and land. Okay, so I think we are about ready to crack on with a bit of work at the base here. So let's head on down. As we mentioned before, what we want to do is make this room a little bit more interesting and a little bit more useful. Now, we've got our major storage system upstairs, but because of the way it works, it's with a lot of these mass automated storage systems, the items do the filtering, so we need to make sure every single spot in here is filled with items. So anything that passes by, in this example, if Tough passes by this shulker box, it's going to go in this chest because it can start stacking up. The key to that working is stackability. Now, there are items, lots of items in the game, that are not stackable. Boats and tools and weapons and some other bits and pieces that just don't stack at all. So they can't go in the storage system. It just fundamentally doesn't work. So what we need to do instead is have non-stackable item storage, and we're going to do some of that down here, along with sort of armor and armored weapons and stuff. We'll probably put here as well, I think. So I've got some ideas in mind, but we're just sort of going to wing this one, play it a little bit by ear, and just start by excavating out a little bit of these walls and start putting in a bit of storage. So let's jump to a time lapse of that design process. So here we are, here's the finished design. So over here, we've got some barrels, we've got some chests, and we've got some sort of secret overflow chests hidden over there. So we've got that times 4, basically, for different things. The idea over here is that this would be armor stands. Ooh, I just noticed the stone. I need to replace that. How embarrassing. I'll come back down here with some copper. But yeah, the idea being, this is where we put some armor stands. Pretty sweet. And we've got hidden lighting all over the place, in here and behind here and in the floor over here, behind the steps, and I think at certain key points under the floor here. So it makes this place nice and light, especially with Optifine on. If I come in here in Fabric, which I used to do the time lapse, it looks very dark and moody, but it's all spawn proof, and yeah, quite like the way this turned out actually. So I'm gonna go make a couple of different sets of armor. I think the idea is that we would have a different set of armor for a different occasion, like a nether set of armor, and then a blast protection set of armor, and then just a protection set of armor perhaps, and have a different set for different occasions and display them all here. Alright, I've been tidying up here. Got rid of a lot of those excess shulker boxes. Still a few to get rid of, but they're nearly all gone. And I'm fully moved in down here. So we have a couple of different sets of armor. And then, yeah, over here, it's got a few different types of non-stackable stuff going on. Yeah. And a little bit of extra overflow armor in the floor here. And, yeah, some other bits and pieces, weapons and stuff over here. Tools over here, and then a little bit of excess storage for some other bits and pieces above that I'm going to flesh out over time. And that's it. I'm pretty pleased with this room. It looks nice, much better than the stone hole that it was before. And next we've got to figure out what to do with the space out here. I've been having this chunk loading problem. Like the game seems to be struggling to load the chunks properly. Anyway, this platform right here. So, in the theme of storage, there's other things I still do need to store, and I want to be the master of on the server that no one else seems to be doing. Those two things are books, which I'm already doing. I think I'm the only one who still has a bookshop. So I want like a mass book storage facility. And potions is the other thing. I want to make a brewing setup. I've got all this room down here, right? And the other side that I could use to put in a brewing machine and have some brewing storage. All of this space down here, still yet to use for anything. So I like that idea. And I like storing it all up there so it's easily accessible. And then I would want to open a potion shop, I think. Something I haven't done yet. That might be for another time though. For today, I think we're done with the base stuff, and there's a few other little projects I have on my list that I would like to crack on with. And this is where I'm going to be spending the rest of my time this episode, doing something interesting. This shopping district. Now, my shops have been doing pretty well. Harlock, of course, has his Magic Emporium, which he has extended over here to contain a whole bunch of stuff, including wood and wool and redstone components, and prismarine and candles and honeycomb. Oh my god, and purple stuff. And that's just down here. I think he's even... Is there stuff up here for sale? Not yet. So he's got room to expand, and there's another floor above this too. Amazing. But there's a few things on the server. Like, we need to start thinking a bit more speciality shops. We've got our general purpose stuff. Everyone needs books. Everyone needs rockets. We need to start thinking about things that are a little bit more niche that people need from time to time. And one of the things I have an awful lot of now, after last episode, is bone meal. And I also have a lot of bones, right? So I want to make a bone shop, I think. A bone shop. I'm going to sell bones. I'm going to sell bone... No one's really going to want bones because they're not really useful for anything, but I'll just have them there for show. We're going to sell bone blocks because they're quite handy. People love those building materials. And we're going to sell bone meal. Probably buy the shulker for bone meal. And yeah, well, I kind of want to just build. Maybe we could use here or another spot over here. I kind of want to go with something bone themed, of course. So I'll have a little think about that. I'm going to go gather some materials, and then we're going to try putting in a shop and see what it looks like. Oh, and look, Gray moved our slime shop inside. This is looking really great. Oh look, we got some sales. I'll let Gray take those. And look at this. This is the the Trident shop from Harlock. He built a Trident farm somewhere and has been harvesting Tridents for days. Oh wow, Nautilus shells, Tridents. Nice, they're all a bit broken, but I guess you can heal them up and do the enchants and stuff. That's interesting. You're definitely going to have a customer right here for that Harlock. I'll be back with some diamonds soon, but in the meantime, let's crack on with this bone shop design. And so there we have it, a bone shop. It's a big bone. At least I tried to make it one. Quite difficult to make. I was aiming. Obviously, these are meant to be like ball joints on the bone at the top, and trying not to make it look too phallic in any way. It's quite a challenge actually, but it's in place and it stands out. It's a thing, you know. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, considering we're building rounded shapes with square blocks. So, what have we got here? We have diamonds for bone blocks 32. So in here we have bone blocks, 1 diamond, 32 bone blocks. Over here we have bone meal. I put chests in the ground like this. So here we have 1 diamond for 3 stacks of bone meal, or if you wish, you can pay 6 diamonds for a shulker of it, which is a 30% discount. And over here, 1 diamond stack of bones. And these all roughly scale up on the per item thing, based on how much bone meal you get out of bones, and then how much bone meal you need to make a bone block. So it all scales sort of proportionally, and I think they're fair prices. So we'll see what that does if we get any customers. It's pretty niche, definitely, but I quite like what we've come up with there as a design. It's definitely different and it stands out a lot. So we bought a couple of Tridents from Harlock and just come over here to my trading hall, which is a bit of a trading hall slash storage room right now for all the books that I'm building up to make sure I can sell. Got myself a whole bunch of things here. So we've got channeling, impaling, and riptide, and mending. And probably need to get unbreaking as well, right? Which should be here. So I'm going to put all of those on this trident, but I don't have enough levels with me. I'll take some anvils. So I'm going to go to the Enderman farm, where we're going to have enough levels, get enough levels to do all this enchanting. Alright, so we've got enough levels now, and we've got enough different types of tridents. So we should have impaling trident with loyalty, we have a channeling trident with loyalty, and we have a riptide trident, which can't have loyalty. Pretty good, full set. Happy with that. So if I'm not mistaken, riptide, yes, it's this one. I guess you don't need loyalty for this because you can just fly around. Just like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty handy. We should keep that on us. So here we are back in the shopping district. We have a good collection of our shops here now. rockets, books, and bones. And of course slime all the way at the back there, which is a joint venture with Grey. And we're going to take this spot right here, I think, next to our bookshop, to put in another shop. This is another little bit of a speciality shop, but it's one that I think there is a definite need for, because especially some people on the server, Adam, keep dying and falling into the void or lava or something, and with them goes all of the gear they're holding, including their bows. But first of all, we need a basic rudimentary shop that draws people attention and clearly communicates what it is they're selling. So here we go into another time lapse, and I've got some materials here ready to use, and we can start putting this shop idea together. Let's do it. Whew, 9 perfect best bows. These take a long time to create. That took me like 20 minutes to create 9 of those. It's probably like 2 minutes a bow sitting here swiping away at these guys. I'm gonna have to put the prices up. 3 diamonds is not enough. Like, these things are pricey because of the most valuable resource of all, time. It's really time consuming to make these things, to grind for the books in the first place and do all the work with the villagers, to then buying the bows, buying the books, and then bringing them all out here and doing all of this. So each one of these bows takes like 50 levels to actually get all those enchantments on. So yeah, 5 diamonds, that's going to be the price. So the best bow shop is all stocks up, and new prices are in. Cool. Which leaves one more shop for today that I think we're going to put in. And we'll either put it here if it'll fit, if not we'll put it here. I just need to do some measurements. Don't want it to bump into the ceiling there. I'll keep this one a surprise, and hopefully as I build it out you can guess what it's going to be. It's one of the other resources that everyone on this server really needs a lot of, and that French and I can provide. So, one more build time lapse. Here we go. So, we're done. Check it out. So what do you think we sell here? Huh? Well, shulkers! I just adjusted I was stocking it up because I've got to craft all the shulkers here in order to actually transport them around. But here they are. Lovely, lovely shulkers. Shulker boxes. 1 diamond a pop. We can still sell bulk stuff to people, and we'll just sell the shells because it's just easier. But here is the shop for people who just want to come and buy the shulkers, and there's a lot of them right here for them to buy. Is the idea. So we're just gonna maybe go magenta. Yeah, nice. Big old shulker box. tucked in nicely. Fitted quite well there, actually. Looks really cool. So now we have a dedicated place to sell shulkers. Isn't that nice? So I did a little test on Discord to see what people want, and turns out not everyone wants an infinity bow. A few people are more into mending, which is interesting, but that also means I need to sell mending bows as part of my best bow lineup. So what I'm doing right now is making a whole bunch of bows. There we go, 9 mending bows. Awesome. Just get a few more levels, so we've got some to hand in case we need them before we leave. We'll head on back and stock up the shop. Here we go. 2 bow types ready to sell. Enough of both. That should do us pretty well for some time, hopefully. Because crafting those is a real pain in the butt. Okay. Tip of the bow is now all metal. Looking cool. Looks much better. And with that final little adjustment, I think we're done for this episode. It's been very shop focused, but after Dr. Cass made this place, I felt it had been a little bit neglected, and I just wanted to spearhead the movement to do more stuff in here. Still a few more shops to do. How many have we got now? So we've got a bookshop here, much more traditional building. Made sense to do this because there's so many different types of books to sell, and it sort of felt like it needed like a bookshop kind of vibe to it. But I'm pretty pleased with all the others too. Like, they've come out really unique and really different, and just challenging the idea of what a shop is, and doing some cool styling stuff just to make it feel kind of quirky, including a gigantic bone. Yeah, really crazy. So I'm pleased that we've got this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shops in total. 2 of which, the slime farm and the shulker box farm, are shared. Slime with grey, shulkers with French, because those were shared projects. And everything else is mine. And I look forward to seeing how much profit these guys will start raking in. All of this stuff I've been doing ad hoc before. It wasn't like I wasn't selling this before. People were asking me. But, you know, I had to be around. I had to be on at the same time to make it happen. Now, when people need something, they can just come here and get it themselves. And I can be earning the income passively, which is much, much better way for me to work. Cool. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you like my shop designs. If you did, please give us a like. That would be much appreciated. And next episode, we're probably going to start looking at potions, because there are other shops we still want to do. Potions and blaze rods are the other thing. I'm sort of the only person with a blaze farm on the server right now, so I could be selling those. Don't know how much demand there is, but I sold some today, and you know, occasionally people have a need. And then the potions, again, that'll be really interesting. I just want to have a good potion setup, which I really don't have yet. So we'll probably be doing that next episode. If you want to see that, stay subscribed. Okay, until then, take care for now. Bye-bye.